All right, fellas. So let's talk some playoff basketball. Cavaliers, baby. So we all know that the Cavs finished 64-18, clinching the Eastern Conference. After watching the intense ATL versus Heat play-in yesterday, the Cavs could have possibly played familiar faces in round one, being Niang and Levert. But instead, they'll be facing another familiar face, Kevin Love, when they play Tyler Hero and Bam with the Heat. So, did any of y'all watch any of the play-in games yesterday by chance?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, for sure. Yeah. So
I
yeah. Well.
saw
So
that.
so then so
They
then
probably
Mike,
still win.
you know that could have been anybody's game, ATL and the Heat. So that was tough.
Yeah.
All right. So now that we know that you know who the Cavs gonna play, the AC being the Heat. How many games do you guys think the series will go? I'll start with you first, Matt.
5 at the most. I think it only go 5. The Cavs are a much more talented team than the Miami Heat. So I mean, I'm not expecting anticipating the sweep. I mean, they got a Heat culture going on down there. I mean, they got the pieces. They got Andrew Wiggins, Tyler Hero, Band. He's definitely a NBA veteran, playoff veteran. Been to the finals before, but I definitely feel like the Cavs going get over it in 5.
Okay. What about you, Mike Jackson?
I'm not worried about Miami, man. Uh, I'm on my Shannon Sharp. You know what I'm saying? What do you say? Miami Heat beat the Heat.
Christmas tree. Cavs are 5.
Get a sweep. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I'm not worried about it.
For sure.
I think our big man is just too deep, man. I think Mobley gonna have a field day. Um, I mean, all they have is Hero and what's the other guy name?
Bam.
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 Yeah, I ain't worried about Bam.
They got Wiggins too, though, man.
I ain't worried about Wiggins either. Did we trade Wiggins when
Before his career even got started.
That's
yeah,
a
right.
fact.
So I ain't worried about Wiggins, man. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
a
I
fact.
mean, I think we have a field day with Miami.
For sure. How many games you think we gonna go?
I think we can sweep them.
Okay.
If
Respect.
we play hard and get physical, because you already know playoffs is gonna get way more physical. So if we play our game and be physical, we can most definitely sweep them.
For sure. What about you, Pop? How many games you think the Cavs gonna take this series?
Yeah, I think it'll go 5. I can't remember the last time I remember Miami getting swept. So I mean that's a heck of a franchise, top to bottom, and they gonna play hard. They're gonna play hard, and I think they'll at least get one game out of there. But yeah, I think 5 is probably what will end up being. I would have rather have had Atlanta, but
Yeah,
it is what it is.
I agree. I think I give us 5, maybe 6. Just a baby 6. But I think 5 too. Yeah, and I feel you. I would have I would have rather took Atlanta too, because I think Atlanta would have been a straight sweep in my opinion.
Yeah.
So I mean, we get Tyler Hero out of this groove. They're gonna have to just depend on Bam. So I mean, Bam can't do everything. And you know what I'm saying? Literally, like the play in game yesterday with Dallas, they had AD doing everything. He dropped 40, but they still lost. Just like AD was the only person really doing something. So it's like, we lock up one person, make the other person do everything. You can't win like that. You got to depend on your teammates. So I say 5. I give 6 maybe. So
But you said it right too. I mean, Wiggins. I mean, I know they say when he was here, he wasn't. Wiggins be balling now. Wiggins be balling some. So and he gonna have a little bit of vendetta. He's a little grudge there. So that always helps out. So I mean, it ain't gonna be. I don't think it's gonna be a great series or anything, but I do think they'll get one. So.
for sure.
This most definitely gonna be our big man game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's gonna feel bad doing that to Kevin Love, man, but it is what it is, man. It's all business. All right, so as far as injuries, so they asked Coach Atkinson the other day, I think on Thursday. He said basically, as far as Donovan Mitchell, he practiced fully, did look good. So they're saying that he should be cool for tomorrow's first game. And then pretty much we had Struz, Evan Mobley, Ty Jerome, and Darius Garland. They should all be good to play on Sunday as well. So, but I do got a question for y'all. Injuries in general, should we worry? I know they're gonna be cool to play Sunday, but should we worry at all injury wise for these series, or am I just overthinking it? I'll start with you first, Mike Jack.
First of all, I want to knock on wood. No injuries. Nah, not at all, man. I mean, you can't go in there scared to get. I mean, you gotta play your game, man. You know what I'm saying? You can't go in there even thinking about no injuries. This it right here. This is what we play for, the playoffs. So we gotta give our all. So no, I'm not worried about. I'm glad we came in with everybody healthy on the team. So now it's kind of be gun ho, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not worried about any injury. I'm glad that Donovan, it wasn't too bad of an injury so late into the season. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad we were up enough where we could get him that rest the last couple games of the season and go into the playoffs healthy. So, you know, I'm not worried about injuries.
Yeah, because he's been out since April 6th. So glad he looking better. What you thinking over there, Pop?
No, I don't think you can worry about injuries, but I mean, injuries are a part of the game. I mean, everybody kind of has nagging injuries this time of year anyway. But that's the good thing about having a deep bench too, is that if some of those injuries do creep up, you got some guys that have some experience, and well, you got that to fall back on, so that should help you out, especially the first few rounds.
Definitely. What about you, Matt? Should we worry about injuries or just overthinking it?
I mean, you should always worry about injuries, but you just hope they don't happen. I mean, the Cavs have been relatively healthy throughout the whole season. They've been playing like the least amount of minutes out of any team in the NBA, like as far as starters go. So I think we should relatively healthy, but I don't think we should. I mean, we don't. Hopefully, nothing does happen. I mean, but he's got to go out there and play. We can't go out there playing scared, worried about it.
Okay. Respect. All right, so I was thinking, right? So this could be a reach, but we could possibly face LeBron in the finals. Like, has anybody thought about that, or am I the only one? I'll go with you first, Pop.
Oh no, I mean they talked about that, especially since they got Luca, so he's got a true number two. Even though AD was a good number two, but I mean he ain't Luca. But no, they talked about it. Like, what would be the dream matchup? Would it be the dream matchup? Would be Cleveland and versus LeBron, coming back, and he's won one championship for us. That's the only championship we got, and and we haven't won anything without him. So would that be he's gone other places and won and all this. So yeah, it's definitely something that would be on the would be something they would play up. But I mean, they're gonna have a hard time getting out of the West. It ain't as easy as everybody's making it out to be. It's just like with us. I mean, we might not have trouble in the first round. Depending on who you get in that second and third round, though, you're gonna have a little bit of trouble. So you gotta really think about that. But key matchup, yeah. I mean, would it be ideal? I think it would be ideal, but I mean, I don't really care. As long as we make it, I don't give a care who we play. We're gonna beat somebody down.
What you think, Mike Jack?
It's a possibility. I mean, the West is tough, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Houston is gonna be crazy.
Yep.
Whew, man. The West is about to be. Hey, I'm excited about with these West matchups.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't doubt the king. Even at 40, I still don't doubt the king. You know what I'm saying? With Luka added on, playoff LeBron, it's a possibility that that'd be crazy, man. Like, and you already know people would say conspiracy NBA is a conspiracy, so I can only imagine what people will say if Cavs go up against LeBron in the championship, man. But as long as we make it, you know what I'm saying? It'll be a good story line.
Yeah.
And I actually had this the same talk with my cousin about Lakers and Cavs, and you know, he live in LA. So I'm like, who you gonna root for, man? You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, but I love LeBron, man. But you got to go with the city. You know what I'm saying? And I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm excited. I'm excited for the East Coast matchups. I'm glad we ain't got no tougher. And I hope Orlando run Boston down game 7. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. I'm excited.
For sure.
I was thinking that same thing. I was happy to see that matchup with Boston or Orlando. Like, they y'all problem now.
Right.
What you think about that though, Matt? Possibly facing the King in the finals.
That's a
It's a long ways away, obviously.
Yeah, if it happened, that's the ready-made ESPN 30 for 30. Like, I can see it right now. Like, LeBron giving us the championship, you know, leaving, the Cavs being down the Dallas, building the team back up. Just for us to meet, you know, in the finals, it would be historic. I would love to see it. Of course, LeBron will have to go down. I mean, it's still basically, you know, he'd be a part of the championship just alone on the losing side, but
Yeah,
I love to see it.
definitely. Yeah, no, it'd be cool to see, but it don't matter. I mean, obviously they got to make it out the West, so just like we got to make it out the East. Obviously, the Celtics ain't gonna be no joke, and you know, West got a couple teams that ain't gonna be no joke to get past. So yeah, no, I can see that happening though for sure. What? So say this could, you know, still speaking into existence, but if the Cavs win the championship this year, would the championship this year mean more than the one that we won in 2016 season? I'll start with you first, Bob.
I think overall it would mean more because of the whole situation with LeBron. The whole leaving thing. Then he came back. Then he left again. So but he kind of like holding it over your head, like, yeah, I came back, but I won you a championship. So, but I also think it would be excellent for Donovan, because Donovan has, he's been down the road to the playoffs, but he hasn't been this close. I mean, with a team like this, where he could really have a chance to win the championship, I think it would be that much more. And then the whole collective team, the way, everybody talked about getting rid of the core 4 before. Remember how that was in the last year or so? Oh, get rid of this guy, get rid of that guy, get rid of, and now that they kept them together, and if they win this championship, yeah, I think it would be that much sweeter. Again, we still thank LeBron. We still got his jersey hanging up in the man cave down here, but I mean, at some point, I mean, I'm gonna replace it with this one.
What about you, Matt?
But it more, that's tough. Because how we won it, I still remember being at Pop's house with Mom, everybody. That last shot went up. It didn't matter. I just ran down the street screaming my head off like a fool, talking about the Cavs just won it all. I don't know, man. That'd be hard. I mean, just seeing how we built it from the ground up would mean a lot. And people say we can't win without LeBron, and we're doing that right now. We're not winning the championship would mean a lot, but it would be hard to top that one. But I think it still would mean more just winning, without LeBron, because he's been our savior. He was the king, the GOAT. And for us to win without him, I think that would say a lot about the city of Cleveland, and how we built the team and how we went about winning. So yeah, I think it will mean more.
What about you, Mike Jack?
That first one's special, man. That first one, we went down in history on that first one. Coming back from a 3-1, the block, the shot, like it don't get no better than that. You know what I'm saying? But I think this one just solidifies the type of team that we have. We were so dependent on LeBron and Kyrie on that first one. Now we have an all-around team, bench, starting lineup. We're not just depending on one person. You know what I'm saying? So this team right here can win many. Where I mean, it was special going against Golden State for 3-4 times, and it started to get old. But I think this team right here is solid, way more solid than that LeBron squad.
Mm.
But that LeBron squad was special because of that 3-1. It don't get no better than that, man. That was very exciting. I watch it now, man, and it bring a tear to my eye. Like I get it. It's crazy, man. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So I'm just glad that we developed the team that we have right now, and we can move forward and hopefully have many, many more playoff / championship runs.
Man.
And,
My only
and
thing. Oh,
and I
go ahead,
think
Mark.
I think that LeBron's legacy is already solidified. If he wins another one this year, it's not going to pretty much change his legacy. But if Cleveland can win one this year without him, I think that starts to build the legacy for the Cleveland team. You know, and I think that's something that, like you said, they could probably run off. You know, a few in a row here or every other year or something like that. And this is a team sport. Obviously, we had the best player at the time,
Mm.
and he did his thing. And I thank him for it because he got me a championship. I say I've seen a championship in my life. Lord, you can take me home. Not really, but you can take me home because I've seen a championship. But if the Cavs this year win this thing, after all they've gone through, all the talks about again breaking up the core four, and Donovan can't get it done, and Mobley's too thin, and Darius is he can't get it. No, this would be the team. Because they didn't say that about the team when LeBron was here. You say they got LeBron, they got Kyrie, they got Kevin Love. They were expected to win and get that championship. This team, I think they're expected to get there possibly, but not necessarily because they still got to be Boston. So it's not a guarantee. Whereas when LeBron was here, it was like, oh, we gonna
go through
they
it.
made the playoff. I mean, they made the finals. How many years in a row? I mean,
Yeah.
it was ridiculous. I think he went 8 or 9 years himself in a row. So I mean, it's that's why I think it'll be that much different because you did have the best player. And I'm thankful that we had him because we won the championship. But even with that, we only won one here. We know we had the best player. We only won one.
We had a lot of mishaps, man.
I understand.
That first one, I know we would have won, but Kyrie and Love got hurt.
I understand. But
We
we
still
only
took
had
them to 6, which is crazy. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
With our
but
second string off the bench.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So
and I get it. But we only won one. And that's the thing that gets me. It's like he won 2 in Miami. He's won 1 in LA. You may get a chance to win another one. I mean, but we only got one here. We got the chance to. It's like that Cleveland thing. Like we get close, but we just can't get over the hump. When they were the Indians, how we went. And it was, Jose Mesa thing came up last year. With Clase doing it. We got beat by Atlanta. It's like we get right there and we just can't get over. Now the Browns, that's a whole other situation. We ain't talking about that.
Yeah, we about to get on them next. Don't even worry.
But I think I think it would be special.
I do think, and it's unfortunate it's not gonna happen if we do make it. I think this championship would solidify LeBron's GOAT debate. You know what I'm saying? I mean, because they just don't give LeBron. They say that the one with the Lakers don't count because that's the bubble,
I don't count that one.
and so I think this one would. And it's unfortunate that he won't get it because the Cavs going all the way.
Mm-hmm.
But
Sure.
other circumstances, I think this would have solidified his the GOAT debate.
But you always
Don't get me wrong, I still think he the GOAT. But in
Right.
other people's minds, I think this would solidify it. And it's unfortunate that he not go get it this year,
But to be honest, I don't know if it will change because there's staunch people who just think that he ain't the GOAT, plain and simple. And then there's staunch people who think he is the GOAT. And whether he wins this one or not, they'll just go, well, okay, he won it. So the ones that say he is the GOAT will say, see, he's the GOAT. The other ones will go, well, he didn't do this. He didn't do that. You know what I'm saying? This don't. So I don't know. I don't know.
It's all based on it's all based on what your criteria is, really. You could base it off of rings or stats or this and that. Like, everybody's criteria is different. So, some people he is the greatest. To some people, Jordan is better. It really just depends on what your criteria is.
But we always have these GOAT debates and stuff, and there's really no way to compare GOATs, especially in different eras. There's just no way because things were different. I'm not saying that LeBron couldn't have played the way he's playing now back in that era, or that Jordan couldn't play the way he played in his era, in this era now. I'm not saying either one of those things, but it's just different to compare different position, even different guy, different team. I mean, whole different thing, So like, yeah, it's hard to say, and that's why I don't ever really get into it that much. Again, it's like, who could you really say is the GOAT? There's just no way to say,
Man, you got family members that'll fall out over that GOAT debate, man. It's a real thing. Like, it's serious.
It's like serious. Politics, man. They fall out over politics. They fall out over who's the GOAT. You know what I'm saying?
Sure,
So nah. But
yeah. Also, before I wrap too, before we get to the Browns, I did want to say congratulations to Coach Atkinson, named National Basketball Coaches Association Coach of the Year. Yes, sir.
Okay, I didn't hear. Okay.
They announced it earlier. So
okay.
Want to give him some love. And lastly, the first game of the playoffs for the Cavs and Heat is tomorrow at 7 p.m. You catch it on TNT, True TV, or Max. So, yeah, we're going to tune into that for sure. So, sounds good.
TNT. Okay.
All right, fellas. Let's get into some Browns talk, baby. The Browns bring back Joe Flacco.
Oh, I thought they was bringing back this guy.
Oh, don't worry. We're going to get to him too today. I got you.
Matt. I'm sorry, Matt. I thought they brought him back already.
Wait a minute.
But they did bring back this guy, right? They did bring this guy back, right?
No, don't even worry. We're going to get on Nick. I got a whole topic for Nick. We got you. So the Browns brought back
this guy back? No.
I don't know.
OBJ?
They keep him.
All right.
So, no, you good. All right. So the Browns bring back Joe Flacco. So, what's our thoughts on this, fellas? Is this a good thing, a bad thing? I'll let you go first, Matt.
Matt?
Yeah. I'm trying to.
This is between me and Mike. We ain't gonna listen to Matt.
Okay. You don't want to miss out on this expert opinion.
That's why I picked you first.
I think it makes sense. I know a lot of people wanted Kirk Cousins, and we thought, since the Falcons said they were going to get rid of him, that was going to be the move. But financially, the Browns probably couldn't afford him. It made more sense for the Browns to pay Joe Flacco $4 million with incentives that can reach up to 12. Was more feasible for them, and he's a fan favorite. Flacco fever. A lot of people feel like he never should have been let go the first time, which is probably true. I mean, you replace him with Jameis Winston, and he had flashes like Joe Flacco did, but at least Joe Flacco won some games. So I feel like it was the right thing to do. I think the fans are happy. They think we're going to win the Super Bowl. Joe Flacco not going to win the Browns Super Bowl, but he's going to put butts in the seats even more. And he knows how to run offense. He's Kevin Stefanski's quarterback, his type. So, I mean, he can tutor or mentor or whatever quarterback the Browns possibly bring in and go from there. I mean, I'm happy about him. I'm mad about it, but I mean, the Browns really didn't have any other options.
Back. All right, I'll let you go next, Mike Jack. What's your thoughts on Joey Flacco?
I mean, he's the last of the Mohicans. I mean, Atlanta was playing games with Cousins. So Browns didn't have time to waste no time, play games with Atlanta. We trying to get our QB thing going on now. So Flacco was the best next thing. Am I excited about Flacco? Flacco's a step under Winston to me. He do throw a lot of interceptions. He is inconsistent. One game he might ball out. The next game it's like, what are you doing? So, but I do think he is a good quarterback for a rookie to learn off of. He is a veteran, so whatever rookie we get, I think we're going in the right direction.
So real quick, Pop. Mike Jack. So talking about, you said you think he's a step under Winston. You know.
No. A step ahead.
Oh,
Did
a
I
step
say under?
ahead. Yeah,
Oh,
you said under.
yeah.
Okay, I was about to say,
All right,
whoa,
my bad.
expound. Okay, okay.
I mean,
All right, Pop.
one A, one. I mean, don't get it twisted. 1A, 1B. You know, what I'm saying?
No, which is fine. I just thought I was looking. He was like, wait, whoa, he under Winston? No, I'll take Flacco over Winston. I got you though.
That's still. I mean.
No, they're
Flacco had
close,
a better.
for sure.
Flacco had a better career, but they're most definitely close.
Yeah, they close for sure.
I mean, they both throw interceptions. You know, so
definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, good. All right, Pop. What you thinking?
Actually, I thought he said it right the first time. You know, a step under. I mean, I don't know if he's a step over or under. You know, but
it's debatable.
It's debatable. But, I mean, you got rid of Flacco to give Deshaun no pressure, is what they did, and that's why they brought in Jameis. All right, then they got rid of Jameis and brought back Flacco because they kind of sitting Watson out, you know. So he ain't, too much got to worry about that. I mean, but again, I think they are basically the same types of quarterbacks. And they can win you some games. They can lose you some games. So what I'm looking at is, a guy that is going to be a mentor for whoever's going to be the starting quarterback. And he'll help out that. Not that Jameis wouldn't have, but I think Flacco's probably at that stage in his career where he's thinking more like that, like he's thinking, I'm going to be here to help somebody. Jameis is still looking for starting games and all that. So there's could be some pressure there. But I think that he's gonna be fine. He'll be a good influence in the locker room. Again, Jameis was a good influence in the locker room. So again, basically the same type of guy, but a lot older, a lot older than Jameis is. So that's an issue. But it's also gives you room to be able to bring in your rookie quarterback, want him to get some plays. But I've been hearing a whole lot. We talked about it when they picked up Kenny Pickett before. The Browns really liked that boy back in the day. They really wanted Kenny Pickett, and they think that they can make him into a decent quarterback now. So he's gonna get a chance, y'all. And we had talked about this before. He might be your opening day starter, Kenny Pickett, and he on the. I thought Flacco's probably not even thinking about necessarily battling, whereas Jameis would have been thinking about for sure I'm going to battle. So he can help pick it out. If they're going to make him the starter, and then you pick up somebody in the draft. But yeah, they definitely are probably going to be looking at Pickett to be your starter. So get ready.
Baby hands? Are those baby hands?
Those are baby hands.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
So, yeah.
Definitely.
But I think Flacco's a good signing. Less expensive than Kirk Cousins. I agree with Mike. I do think that Atlanta was just playing games. What can we get? What can we get? What can we get? And Flacco was doing what Flacco was doing before, sitting on the couch probably. just waiting.
Definitely.
They say Baltimore was looking to sign them again.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah,
really?
Baltimore and Pittsburgh. They said he turned down both offers to come to Cleveland.
I heard about Pittsburgh. I didn't know Baltimore was looking.
And he did have success here. I mean, even if it was for 5-6 games, I mean, it was still successful.
More games than Deshaun.
Hey.
my bad. Did you guys get a chance to watch the press conference with Andrew?
I didn't.
Okay. Mike or Matt, did y'all get a chance to watch the press conference with Andrew Berry?
No, I didn't.
Which one? About the draft or Joe Flacco?
The one 2 days ago. I think it was like 2 days ago.
Yeah, I didn't.
Okay.
Yeah,
no biggie. No biggie. I had listened to it. I just wanted to just say a couple things I caught. So they had asked him a couple things. So something that stuck out was about Travis Hunter. You know, he basically basically called him like a unicorn. You know, was giving him praise and stuff like that. They also asked him about his comments that if he couldn't play both sides of the ball, I guess Travis made a statement that if he couldn't play both sides of the ball, don't draft him, like as a joke. So they asked him, like, you know, are you worried about this or anything? So he said no, obviously. He didn't take it serious. But something that also stood out was they asked him as far as drafting someone. Andrew Berry said that during this draft, instead of just drafting possibly somebody that we specifically need, we might take a chance at drafting the best player that's available. So that definitely stuck out because, you know, obviously we know we need a quarterback. That's the number one thing we really need. But obviously we can take one in the second round if need be. So that kind of stuck out to me. That made me think like maybe it's going to be Abdul or Trav still. Like that might eliminate like getting a quarterback. So I don't know. I just wanted to get y'all thoughts on that. Am I just overthinking? Am I reaching? Or what you think, Bob?
Well, here's the thing that I say. The Browns have the number 2 pick in the draft. And they haven't had a pick like this in God knows when. And there's more than 2 guys in the draft that can help their team. Plain and simple. So just take whoever you want. It doesn't matter who you take it to. That guy is going to come in and play. Whether it's Travis, whether it's Abdul Carter, whether it's Genty, the running back, whether it's whomever. He's going to play when he comes here, and he's going to make an impact. He's going to be the number 2 pick. If it's Shador, they're going to play whoever they pick at number 2. Just take whoever you want. It doesn't matter. You got so many holes to fill, but you're getting the second, possibly the second best player. I don't think you can go wrong with whoever that you pick. You know, they're talking all this. Well, this guy doesn't do this, and this guy doesn't do that. Nobody does everything. But I think in this draft, you got enough guys in the first, in the top 10 that you should be able to get a guy that's an impact player for you at number 2 without any trouble at all. So, I talked about maybe trading back, further down and all that. But then I got to thinking, I'm like, why? I mean, you can get Travis Hunter, you can get Genty, you can get Abdul Carter, you can get, Shador Sanders. You can get somebody that's going to help the 3-14 team be better than 3-14. So just pick one, and then worry about what you're going to do after that. But that second pick it shouldn't really be this hard for them to say they're going to take the number 2 pick and keep whoever it is. Now it might be difficult for them to think, well, this guy's better. Don't think too much of it. It's Travis Hunter. You put him on either side of the ball, he's going to help you. He's going to help your team. You put Genty in the backfield, he's going to help your team. You put Abdul Carter on the opposite side of the mouth, it's going to help your team. It's a no-brainer.
For sure. What you think, Mike Jack? By the way, I don't gotta ask this no more because we know what Thursday is. So this is good. Yeah, no doubt. Make it count, y'all.
And I'm thinking too much, man. It's like so much time. I'm thinking too much. So this is what I've been thinking about Travis Hunter, right? Don't get me wrong. He was a hell of a player. Jackson State, Colorado. But I'm also thinking, like, what competition did he really go up against as far as like a DB and receiver? Then I'm thinking about the competition in the NFL if he can match up with it. And it's more of an unknown to me. And I think that's what they wanted to be because he didn't play in the combine. He did a little something at their pro day. His little juke.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get into that too.
So, but it's like he didn't really. The competition that he went up against, he most definitely took it over. But it's like he didn't really go up against no elite competition.
He did go up against McMillan from Arizona, the guy who was one of the top projected wide receivers. But that was really it, though. He didn't play like a a top 5 receiver or player like every week, but he did go
Right.
up against McMillan. That was about it, though.
And they got tore up on, didn't
I know he had to pick that game, but I don't know if he necessarily like shut McMillan down or anything like that. The team might have lost, but I think his performance was just solid. It wasn't nothing like, too crazy.
they? Yeah. So going into it, as far as single, like receiver, I don't think he's a top receiver. I don't think he's a top DB. They're saying I guess he can fill in your DB and receiver status if you play him both ways. I don't think I'm sold, man. I really want to go after Carter with that number 2
Yeah.
for real. Go after Carter with the number 2, and they've been talking about moving up. I don't really want to move up with our second pick because we got to give up so much to move up to the number 1. But I get it because you still get that 5th-year option for your rookie quarterback. I just need Thursday to hurry up and come here, man.
It's gonna be here in a minute.
For real. So that's what I've been thinking a lot, and it's like the more I think, the more discouraged I get. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
too much thinking, too much time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
I won't be mad if we get Travis. You know, it could go either way.
Yeah.
Oh,
But like I
real
said, it's
quick,
still.
I don't think Trav played that game. I think he was injured, by the way.
He's injured that game.
I think he was injured that game, by the way. They lost 20-43, but I think Trav was injured that game. Just a heads up. But my bad, I didn't cut you off.
No, you're good.
Oh no, you're right.
But now
But
that's the same.
that would have been the biggest competition.
That was the same thing I said. That was the same thing I said about Shador, though, about competition that he played. I had brought that up before, so it's the same thing. But if you can play, you can play. That's the.
But see, the one thing about Shador is he showed what he can do. He showed that he could be poised. You know what I'm saying? He showed that he won't panic. He showed that he can stick in that pocket and take a hit and still make that throw. You know what I'm saying? He may not have had the competition, but he showed what he could do as a quarterback.
You gotta say the same thing
I'm talking about.
You gotta say the same thing about Travis then. If you
he played against, right, and that's all I'm saying. It's the same competition. He showed poise against the competition that he played against, and that's all you can do. But Trav, I mean, to play the number of plays that kid played, and to be effective.
Oh yeah, I give it to him. Yeah, I give it to him. Round of applause.
Yeah.
Most
and
definitely.
So that's what I'm saying. Like you know, and I know we had Matt. We didn't get to you yet, but we'll get to you in one sec. But it's like if you look at all of these guys, there's stuff you can pick on everybody. You know what I'm saying? There's something you can pick about everybody. You know what I'm saying? That I mean, even as I mean, Genty, I mean, he went crazy.
But they didn't play nobody.
Then they'll go, but then who was he playing against?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, he wasn't in the SEC or the Big Ten.
I don't know. I think it's totally different as far as like just seeing his footwork. You know what I'm saying? Just seeing Genty's footwork and the power that this running back has. I think it's a difference between the running back and the receiver position when it comes to game film. You know what I'm saying? And it's different. You already know Genty is a beast. You already know Hampton is a beast. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of the competition, you've seen their footwork. You've seen their speed. You've seen his power. You know what I'm saying? But as far as when it comes to Travis, it's like, don't get me wrong, I love Travis, man. I don't want to seem like it's just thinking about the competition and the mediocre ass DBs that they went up against and the mediocre receivers he went up against.
But real quick, because I don't want Matt to forget what we gotta say. Real quick, Mike, because we could do this all day. Real quick though, Mike. If you gonna say that about Travis, you can't make the same argument for Shador. They was on the same team. So
Yeah,
if you don't give a pass to Shador, you got to get the same pass to Travis. That's
well, no. I mean, the quarterback.
Yes, you would have to. They're on the same team.
No. Yeah, I get that, but two different
That's all
positions.
I'm saying. No, and I get it, but
positions.
Right, 100%. But what I'm saying is, if you're gonna get that pass to Shador, you got to get the same pass to Trav. And Trav still outshined, just like you said, Shador did outshine for sure. But Trav still outshined against the same exact people, so you got to kind of hold them up together. And he was playing both sides of the ball.
And Travis was on the field and affected the game. It affected the game more because he was on the field more.
That's a fact.
He's playing both sides of the ball.
And you said you watched every game. So
I'm not trying to convince you.
You seen this firsthand.
Who they take?
So this is why I'm saying it. Like watching the games and seeing the hits that Shador was taking, but still making that pass, seeing how smart he played, and the poise that he had, even running for his life in these games, and still making those passes. Like you can actually see as a quarterback in Shador, like he got it. You know what I'm saying? Because of the passes that he was making, running for his life, and the hits that he was taking, and get right back up, making the right scramble, and making and pass on them like on a run. Like you can see that Shador has it. As far as with Travis,
I got a question for you, Mike. You said you watched every Colorado game last year. Do you believe out your own mouth Travis is a bad route runner? I'm asking you directly. Do you believe that? You said you watched every game with Colorado. Do you believe Travis cannot run routes, or is a bad route runner?
A bad route runner is a little too much. Do he need some work on his route running coming into the NFL? Yes.
All right. Last question. Did you just change? Have you been feeling like this watching him all season, or are you just now feeling like this recently?
I never wanted Travis at 2. For me, it was either Shador or Carter. So I never thought about Travis at 2. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. Okay. All right, real quick before we get along with it, let me let Matt go.
Go ahead.
We already been on this for 20 minutes.
I mean, we're talking Browns now. He don't really want to talk.
No, we good. I don't want Matt to
understand. Matt don't want to talk. We talking Browns. We ain't talking Bengals.
What's up with Jackie? We don't want to hear about Jackie.
What was the question again? Are we overthinking this Cleveland Browns pick?
Yeah, basically.
I mean, of course we are. That's what we do. That's what fans do. We overthink every pick. We overanalyze every pick. Of course, we got so much time to think about it. From the second that college football season is over and people file for the NFL draft, we overthink. People make mock drafts and say, hey, what's going to happen this way and happen that way and who's going to get traded and this and that. Of course, we're overthinking it, especially Browns fans. I mean, they're definitely overthinking it. I mean, but as far as like Travis Hunter go and all the other stuff, like that man won a Heisman. They gave it to him for a reason. And also somebody else who said, you know, I made a mistake of thinking he was going to be a bum. Josh Allen. I'm like, man, he ain't play nobody. He went to Wyoming. Like, they ain't play nobody over there. And look at this man now. Beasting. Leading the football teams to championships every year.
I wanted Josh Allen.
Yeah, I didn't. And I thought the same thing that a lot of people are thinking about Travis Hunter right now. I'm like, who is this dude? Who did he play? He hasn't gone up against anybody. But people also said it about Lamar Jackson, that he fell all the way to the last pick in the NFL draft. Now, he's a perennial, all first team quarterback, Pro Bowl, almost, got a shot at winning the Super Bowl every year. I mean, but like, if we took Travis Hunter with the second pick, I wouldn't be mad either. I still want Abdul Carter, but I don't think you can go wrong either way. I think both players will affect the Cleveland Browns in a positive way, in a positive light. Now, if he's ready to, guard A.J. Brown week 1, absolutely not. No, he's going to need time to build up to that. And I hope if the Browns do draft him, they put him at receiver before they, throw him out there at, DB and he get hurt trying to tackle somebody like Baker did a couple years ago. So, I mean, we definitely overthinking it, but I'm ready for Thursday to get here and the Browns to make that pick. So we can put on this to rest, and then we could, debate if they made the right choice after that.
For sure. Let me let you go last, Pop. Then we got to keep it pushing. Go, Pop.
Oh, no. I was going to say, the problem is that we just haven't been in this position in a long time for Cleveland Browns fans, and we got too much time to think about it. So again, I don't care who they take, as long as they stay at number 2 and just take whomever they're gonna take, because whoever they bring in is going to help the team. That's just me.
Sure. All right, y'all. So the Browns signed former Lion defensive end Julian Okora. So I wanted to ask y'all, do we think Abdul Carter is still an option now after signing Okora? I'll let you go first, Bob.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think he's still going to be, would be an option. But I think that they're probably my feel is that they're going to take Trav. So probably not as much an option. I know, Mike. Calm down, Mike. Mike is like,
I got you next, Mike. I promise. I got you next.
But I think that gives them flexibility because they signed him. That does give them flexibility to take Trav, or even Genti. I mean, if they wanted to.
So, what you think, Mike Jack? You think Carter's still an option after signing Okora?
Yeah, I think that's just a fill-in. You can't have too many defensive ends. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he's not a
generational talent,
impact player. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, he's just a fill-in. I still think we had an option to get Carter.
Okay.
I'm still hoping we get Carter. You know what I'm saying? I just want to see him and Garrett on opposite sides, man. And we'll see. Thursday gonna be here real soon. So we'll see.
What you think? What you think, Matt? You think Carter's still an option after signing Okora?
Of course, he has to be an option. I mean, his overall grade in this draft, I think, is a 95. Only person that's graded higher than him is Travis Hunter at 96. I mean, of course, he has to be an option. If the Browns weren't thinking about drafting him, then they're complete fools. He's definitely an option, but like what Mike said, the Browns need depth. And the year we did make the playoffs, we had all those injuries. That's what got us to the playoffs. Our depth, or the defensive line and the whole team, offensive line, we were deep. So this is probably another just role player signing. I would never say like the Browns signing him, or even a guy from Tampa Bay would stop the Browns from drafting Abdul Carter. I mean, he's gonna have to develop somehow. He might not be starting day one, but he might not be a defensive end. Probably put him at linebacker, and he can just rotate. I mean, yeah, it's definitely an option for the Browns to still draft him. It's definitely on the table.
Same as the guy from Tampa.
What you about to say over there, Pop? I seen you going.
I was going to say too. So, and I heard this on one of the sports talk. They said the defensive big signing for the Browns was Myles Garrett. They're going to go offense. That's what I think too. Because where do they need the most help at? On the offensive side of the ball. They got to get something on that offensive side of the ball. That's why, again, I think they're going to go for Trav or Genti or one of those guys like that, or a quarterback, because they need help on the offensive side more than they do the defensive side. I think the defense last year was really pissed off. They were pissed off because we only averaged 15 points a game. 15 points a game. And I said it at the beginning of last year. I said, if we don't score 20 or 21 points, we ain't going to win anything.
Yep.
They averaged 15 points a game as an offense. They said there was one other team, I forgot who they said was worse than us. 15 points. If you're the defense, you're saying, how can we ever get a rest? How can we ever win anything? We have to go out and win it every single time.
Facts. For sure.
You got to do something with that offense.
Definitely.
I like him, but he ain't the answer. Neither is Kenny.
Joe Flacco, like when you rip a receipt and it's kind of still hanging on a little bit. It's just there until it ripped fully off. So no, for sure.
No.
All right, Matt.
My bad. If they pick your boy Carter, I ain't gonna be mad. Again,
yeah, even with me, like I already told y'all, I said I want to go Trav over Carter for injury reasons. But I mean, at the end of the day, we get Carter. I'm still not gonna be mad. I'm gonna be happy too because I know him and Miles gonna be doing their thing. So I mean,
Man,
Trav, Carter. Even if y'all get the wide receiver out of Arizona, I don't know. Even if y'all just decide to get Genty and take a risk, I don't know. I mean, I'm satisfied with any of those. So, truthfully, so
Might as well bring Amari Cooper back.
I don't want Amari Cooper back.
I don't think he will want to come back.
Yeah, after how the Browns did him, yeah, I won't want to come back.
I don't think he want to come back.
You never know. Miles Garrett said he didn't want to come back either.
Yeah, that was
They ain't
negotiation.
gonna offer Amari Cooper $40 million.
Yeah, you're
Oh,
right.
no.
Hey,
Probably $4.
he didn't do anything when he left here, so he might come back. You never know.
He had one good game when he had 3 catches.
Mm-hmm.
All right, man. This one's for you, Matt. Let's talk about Nicky Chubb, man. So,
Oh man,
yeah.
oh boy.
Let's talk about sports therapy.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute, how that? Yeah, there you go. Chop it down. Chop it
All
down.
right, so he had a cryptic message on IG. I don't know. It could have been a cryptic message, but basically what he said was, "I really did it again, huh? They might not be able to put me back together again this time. This might be a wrap. Why me, Lord? Just why me?" He also posted, they already wrote my ending when I'm just getting started.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna start with you first, Matt. Do we think it's over with for Chubb? Is he gonna become a Brown again, or you think it's over with for Chubb? What you thinking?
For me, it's never over until he signed with another team. Until I see him wearing another jersey, it's never over. It can't be. I mean, I know it's a business at the end of the day, and the Browns eventually will move on from Nick Chubb. He probably won't retire here. I mean, he might do like a one-day sign contract thing and then retire. But for me, I mean, the Browns are already going to draft another running back. We definitely need help in the running back room, especially with the health of our running backs, mainly Nick Chubb. But for me, it's never over. I mean, you players post a lot of cryptic stuff. He probably did hear something that he didn't want to hear from the Cleveland Browns organization, and he posted that. And Nick Chubb normally doesn't do that. So if he does say something, when he does say something, people listen. So that meant something to me. I'm not sure what he was trying to say, but it sounded like the Browns are trying to move on from him. But like for me, it's never over till it's over. The Browns will sign all these other people. I think Nick Chubb will be the most important signing for them, just for the overall morale of the team. But at the end of the day, they might move on from him. It's still a business at the end of the day. I just hope the Browns give him an option to at least be a mentor or tutor another, the incoming like rookie, on the team.
For sure. What you thinking over there, Pop? Is it over with for Nick Chubb?
No, I don't ever say it's over. But I mean, they haven't signed him, but he hasn't been getting any offers that I know of, free agent wise either. Like nobody's beating down his door either. So I mean, I think it's just a waiting game right at this point right now. I think he's waiting to see, like, am I going to be able to play again? Is somebody going to call for me, or the Browns going to sign me again? I mean, he's still in the rehabbing, and part of his thing. For the Browns, it's a business deal. They got to say, like, we can't have dead weight. I mean, because we got enough dead weight as it is. We got Deshaun still. That's dead weight right there. And that's not, knock on Deshaun. It's just the contract is what it is. So they can't really do anything about that. That's why they were kind of hamstringed to be able to bring in anybody. So they, from what I hear, that this running back class that they have this year is a really good running back class. So I imagine they're going to pick up a running back, and I imagine that running back is going to get a chance to get some reps in there. Well, we can't be taking reps away from him to give to Nick if we ain't for sure about Nick. Could they give him an incentive laden contract? Yeah, I'm sure they could, and that might be something that they do later on. I don't know. But again, I don't see any, again, not to disrespect him, but if nobody's beating your door down, then, why am I in a rush to sign you back if no one's beating your door down?
Sure. What you think, Mike Jack?
Hey, Matt.
I already know what you're about to say.
Hey, wait. You sitting on your couch, right? Lay out on your couch, Matt.
Don't lay on
Hey,
Melo.
just be prepared, brother.
Cuddle your cat.
He
I love
drank the
Chubb.
cup.
Don't get me wrong. I love Chubb, man. Like
Yeah.
he a great dude. You can just tell he's very genuine, and he's most definitely a great player, man. Um,
Just unusual.
I think it's I don't even with the cap. I think the cap space is kind of holding us back from signing them, especially with all these rookies we still got to pay coming in.
Mhm.
Maybe they're waiting to see after this draft what they have left over to bring them in. You know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't even be surprised if they draft 2 running backs out of this in this draft. You know what I'm saying? So I still have faith in Chubb being a Brown. This cap space is holding us back big time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we'll see.
For sure. And to piggyback off of that, we got Ash Genty. Well, obviously, we don't think he's going to be available, but just naming the running backs, we got Ash and Genty. We got Hampton. We got Travion, Quinshawn Judkins, Caleb Johnson out of Iowa. We got Cam Scatterboo.
Scatterboo.
Scotty.
Dylan Sampson out of Tennessee. Devin Neal out of Kansas. DJ Giddens out of Kansas State. Jordan James out of Oregon. RJ Harvey out of UCF. And Damian Martinez out of Miami. That's just the name 12. So hopefully we draft a running back 3rd round or so. So but yeah, same here. Obviously, I love Nick Chubb just like the next person. It's like the greatest dude ever. Like he can't do no wrong ever in life. Like you've never heard anything bad about Nick Chubb ever. Like
Yeah, he's an ideal player that you would want on your team.
100%. They give Nick Chubb $1 extra in his bank account on accident. He's going to go return the dollar. Like he's the greatest person ever. So at the end of the day, I love Chubb too, like next person. But at the end of the day, I don't think he's going to be able to come back and do his thing. So it's going to be tough. But yeah, if they sign him and just keep him in the running back room, just as the OG head guy, training the young guys, I'm all for that. But yeah, with our cap situation, like Mike said, unfortunately, I just don't really see it happening. But it's all good. So I mean, we never know. Obviously, the draft is Thursday, so we might know a little more after the draft. So
yeah,
to close out. Oh yeah, go Pop.
And I was gonna say too, one last thing on that. Like we talk about the contracts and everything, but there's always ways around contracts to make them work for the team. So I mean, again, that's might be what they're waiting for after the draft is over. See what we got. Let's figure out how we can get Nick in here to finish his career out here. And I don't think that it's far fetched. I mean, they keep dumping Deshaun's contract further and further back. I mean, they pull this out of they ain't got no money, but they pull money out of here. They pull contracts. I mean, that's just how contracts are written. So I think they can get him in. It again, but I think they are concentrating on he's not our future. We need to concentrate on our future. We need to concentrate on guys that are going to be here 3, 4, 5 years from now. Nick Chubb's not going to be that guy. He might be a coach here or something like that, but he's not going to be a player here. So we don't necessarily have to worry. I know. We don't necessarily have to worry about him as contracts go right now because he's not a priority for the next 3, 4, 5 years for us to win. He's a good guy, great guy. Morale, you see this guy in the gym, and you just want to go to the gym. Like, man, I want to be Nick Chubb and in the gym doing everything he does. But if you can't carry the rock for me and give me some yards on the field, I'm sorry.
Hey, am I tripping? Was Nick Chubb in the gym squatting again?
Yeah, he was.
Was that recent?
Yeah. His foot is doing all right.
Oh, I thought that was an old video. Oh, that
I did too.
Okay.
It is.
Okay.
It is, but the more injuries you get, the less likely you're going to come back to being the player that you were and being effective as you were. Even from his first injury that he had when he was in college, still he wasn't as effective. And then got another injury. He wasn't quite as effective. He was good. The man was good. I ain't taking nothing away from him.
Yeah, he ran for 200 yards that game back.
He still wasn't the player. And now if he gets injured, he's just two years he's been injured. You gotta kind of So but I feel you, Matt.
It just kind of sucked. It just kind of sucked because
Yeah.
I knew he wasn't gonna do nothing last year. He was getting his legs under him. This last injury kind of messed it up, man, because he had this last season to get his legs under him. The off season to
Right.
get more strength and it's
Yep.
his last injury, man. This last injury kind of
hindered him for sure.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Draft day coming up. So we need to tell the folks what's our game plan for draft day. How can they see us on draft day?
I'll leave that to the guy.
Round one,
guys there,
which is this Thursday. Should I pass to you, Matt? Tell the folks how they can find us on draft day this Thursday.
We are planning on going live for the NFL draft. So everybody who wants to, see the draft and react with us, chime in and give your thoughts and your opinions, come on over to Lake Effect Sports at our YouTube channel at Lake Effect Sports Pod. Tune in. We're gonna be live streaming throughout the whole draft, not just the Browns pick, probably from the first pick to the last one. If we can. So tune in and come in and join us and watch the draft with us.
For sure, man. Definitely comment to us, man. We gonna be responding back to y'all. So for sure. Hey, Matt, where can the folks find us out? Everywhere.
At LakeEffectSports.com. No, sorry, my bad. At Lake Effect Sports Pod on YouTube, at Lake Effect _sports pod on TikTok.
For sure. Hey, Mike Jack, man, what the folks need to do?
Most definitely make sure y'all subscribe, comment, like, show us some love, show us some support. Hey, we got the love of the game, man. I know y'all love it too, man. Stick with us. It's gonna be good.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
We're on the way up.
Yes, sir. All right, LES family. This concludes another great episode of Lake Effect Sports Pod. And like that, we are out.
Ooh.
Promise that you'll catch me.